The YouTube from Your Game is on, and I am your host CGR back with another episode. Today's episode is AI, Midjourney, especially the best in the market AI image generation tool, Midjourney. So I have used Midjourney for a very long period of time. I think I started using it after a few months. It came out and became famous. So I initially did have access to the free version, but yeah. So my experience with Midjourney has been very long. I think it's at least 6-7 months I have been using Midjourney. I was started with while I was complete noob. I am quite experienced now. I have seen many prompts, and I also got banned from using Midjourney from 2 accounts. And I also know people who got banned too. So I have some experience and expertise around Midjourney. How I got inside Midjourney. So I was already doing a lot of YouTube thumbnail work, and one of my clients needed thumbnails around guns. So he asked me if I could generate the thing with Midjourney. And Midjourney, because earlier I was using Blue Willow, and Blue Willow's generation was not particularly highly detailed or that much great lightning, etc. You cannot control that much. So he asked me if I had Midjourney. Of course, I didn't have Midjourney, but I said I did have Midjourney. Like, can you generate in Midjourney? I said, yes, I can. Yeah, sure, okay. Then I started Googling, YouTube, and etc. I was trying to figure it out. Initially, I was, generating it with Blue Willow, but the results I was not getting. So I got Midjourney. He was paying me around $5 per thumbnail that time, and he was gonna give 10 batch thumbnails for that gun. So it was $50, and the cost of Midjourney was $25, I think, that time, or $30 Midjourney cost. So I was like, it is a good trade to make, and maybe I will get even more jobs like this to do with Midjourney, and it will be all right. So I did the trade, and of course, I easily recovered the money back and much more. Today I use Midjourney daily. Like half of the days I am on Midjourney. So Midjourney is really cool. Why was I able to get in? Because I was already making a decent income with Photoshop alone, and Midjourney's addition would have been already. So making the investment was very easy for me because I was already making money with it. And here the issue comes with many, especially now. I think the issue is much more the entry fees has increased. Like, it has always existed. You need to have a PC that can perform that well, and you need to have Adobe subscription, which people could have got cracked, but now with the Firefly and generative fill, it's really difficult. So anyways, how did I learn to use Midjourney? Next point. How did I learn to use Midjourney? Initially, I was making really normal prompts. Then I started reading blogs and articles. But most important, which alteration that came to me was, first, one of the clients of my client, he wrote a prompt and he sent it to me to use this prompt and alter this to generate images for his thumbnails. So that's when I saw how detailed, what keywords, so AR16, what all things that people can use to generate those images, which really look cool. So after that, I kept learning more keywords and more tools, and kept experimenting with words. With the $30 subscription, you can always get like unlimited amount of generations. It will slow down after you have consumed the fast hours, but yeah, you have literally unlimited amount of. So So yeah, I kept experimenting. I keep experimenting. I do it daily. The thing with all these AIs that are coming out, no one is an expert. The one who experiments the most is the one who wins. No one is an expert. Even the Midjourney creators may be called an expert. Otherwise, no one who is using Midjourney to generate, like, it's only been around for 1 to 2 years. How can you be an expert of that? No one is an expert. I don't think even someone claims to be an expert. No one is an expert. The ones who experiment the most, it wins. Like, these things are so new. Like, people who did switch, people who did started learning it. If you, like, this quote always comes to me from Zig Ziglar: if you're willing to learn, no one can stop you. If you're willing to learn, no one can stop you. So yeah. Also, now next, Midjourney doesn't work alone, at least for now. And just having Midjourney subscription will not do the job. You need to try 100 different prompts, different reference images, and different character images. First of all, the app doesn't work alone on itself. Like, you could generate things alone, like images in Midjourney, but I always process images in Photoshop. Often Midjourney images are very dark, or colors not as I want them, or sharpness is not as I want them. Also, the faces are not perfect. You have to use face swap. To use face swap, I have to get the images inside of Photoshop. After that, only face swap works, because you have to cut the images and place it in the face swap and then replace the images. So yeah, face swap is important. But we're here talking about the Midjourney subscription. If someone just has a Midjourney subscription, does he have the advantage? Of course, if you have a better laptop, you do have an advantage, but it's not about the resources, it's also about the resourcefulness. That's something I learned somewhere. It's not just about resources, it's also about resourcefulness. Someone may utilize the same resource in many different ways. Some people with Windows are doing legendary work. Some people who have Macs don't do anything. Just because you have better cards doesn't mean that you will play better. Just because you have better cards doesn't mean that you will play better. This also depends on the player. So yeah, Midjourney, you have to do the work. You have to put in the work, 10,000 hours. Also, the previous episode where I was talking how I find images. So you have to work more hard to find better images, because the reference images affects the results a lot. The inspiration that you use affects the results a lot. The reference images, the character images often use different character CF images to get better results or worse results. So yeah, that's important. Then maybe once you try different prompts, once you learn to use different reference images, once you understand which kind of reference images will produce what kind of generations, then you may be able to generate an image that will pay for all your subscription at once. One image, as it did for me, but you need to get there. But to get there, you need to do the work. You need to put in the work. You need to learn. You need to keep learning. You need to experiment a lot. And then maybe you will get one image that will pay for all your subscriptions that month, or even a year maybe. Yeah. As it did for me. Some parameters that I use and that I often use. Aspect ratio AR 16:9 or 3:2. Like, Midjourney has a lot. You can put in almost anything and it works. Blue Willow didn't have 16:9. It has 3:2 and 1:1, I think. Stylize 0. Stylize is a parameter which controls how much deviation that you want from the prompts or the reference images. It's stylize 0, then it will try to generate as close as to prompt. Stylize 100 is the default. If you You don't need to put in stylize 100. Stylize 100 is the default. Like stylize 200 it will generate, use the AI imagery power will increase much more. Then style is like I use raw most of the time. It generates very raw images, like realistic images kind of. Then I think there must be more stylized, style raw, style cartoon. I don't know. Like style in Midjourney, style parameter. How default aesthetic is applied. Low stylization job close image better. Stylize, style reference. Okay. So there is a style reference parameter. Style raw, effect style raw. There is only one style raw. There is just style raw. Yeah. Style reference, sref. Then, okay, there is a list of parameters on the Midjourney docs website. Okay, chaos, sref. I'm already using chaos per how very the initial images grids are high chaos values will provide more on each one. I need to explore it. I already used no. I have used quality. I haven't used repeat. Oh wow, repeat will, okay, I don't have to put in many generations. I can just make in repeat and it will. I have not used top. I have not used seed. That I have used seed a few times. I have used style reference, stylize version. I have used. Okay, so I have used a lot of them. I haven't used a few of them. I will continue to learn and keep researching. So let's continue. Then no is like if you have to exclude anything. SW is how much style reference weight you style weight, then character weight. Some descriptive words that I have found useful are seen from a distance. If you want something to be seen from a distance of the camera, then you write like it's kind of zoomed out. You can also write zoom out. Seen from above, it's like the angle will be above. Sharp and vivid colors. This creates really sharp, vivid and beautiful looking colors. Real footage photo of dash. Like real footage photo, it looks more real. The photos that you produce, real footage photo, like realistic pictures. Like if you write hyper realistic versus real footage photo, I think real footage photo produces much better results. If you want to see a picture that is like real life images. Okay, then next I use is show. If whatever I want to describe, I write it after show. This. Show a girl wearing black top, for example. Show car from a distance. Show the car on a stage with lights on, with light falling on it, like that kind of thing. And side angle, if you want to change the angle. Then gazing is for the eyes. Like gazing, if you write gazing, it will make the eye contact with the images most of the time. Then close up, focus, close up shot of the thing, whatever you are asking to generate. Then focused, it will make focused images and it will blur the background a bit. Then dressed as, if you want the person to dress in a way, like it has to be descriptive in a way if you're trying to teach it to a normal child who knows everything but does not have a mind of its own to understand your perspective of things that you want to, and point of view, what your camera is viewing from that angle, that is what is so hyper realistic portrait and others. There is one. If you want to, like, should I share this or not? If you want to remove clothes of a person, you write muscular man. If you want to, and then you can add fat, just write fat. And then if you want to, like, remove clothes of a person, like if someone is wearing too many clothes and you want to, make the image a bit sexier. First of all, the sexy word isn't banned in Firefly, just for information. Okay. If you want to remove the clothes here, it's not of Midjourney. Like, swimsuits are not banned in many places. Like, okay, now next, remixing feature is really cool. If you have not turned it on, to turn it on. Like, you should turn, like, they should make this a default, like, remixing feature. It's really good. Like, remixing feature is if you press on making the prompt again, it will ask you to change the prompt. So that is very good. Sometimes you don't have to write the prompt again and again in order to change a bit small change with the prompt. Also, mixing two images is a really awesome feature. You can often use it to generate more real world looking images. Also, you can flip. Okay, if you want to generate one image and you have just one reference image, you can flip that image and then you mix it in one prompt, and flip together works wonders many times. Sometimes writing better prompts have helped me, sometimes finding better images have helped me. All of these are few of the tools that you can have in your arsenal. Mix and match, learn new and create awesome design. Pro tip, you can discuss scenarios. Yes, this is often that I do that no one actually shared with me that you can do, but yeah, just came naturally to me. Like, ChatGPT is so brilliant that I use it daily. I have ChatGPT 4 subscription because it's so good. Pro tip, you can also discuss scenarios with ChatGPT if you do not have the exact words. Like, I wanted to generate a person who is in a ICU, kind of. So I didn't know the exact words, I didn't know the exact words that need to put in there. I did not know what those wires are called, what those pipes on the mouth are called, how would I describe the scenario, etc. Like, I knew a few bit, like something that is like common knowledge, but I didn't know the nitty-gritty stuff of that. So I asked all of that with ChatGPT, and the results were phenomenal. Of course, if you then ask ChatGPT, then you'd also have to use your brain because it describes too much. You have to filter things out and then use the things it suggests. Like, even no matter how intelligent you are, you cannot know everything about what you're generating. Like, you may try to learn everything, or you can just ask ChatGPT about the specific terminologies of the stuff that you are generating, because that is much efficient and much better overall. Also, in ChatGPT 4, you can put in images and ask to define the characters and the background. This feature seemed so awesome when I did it. I mean, come on. It also defines the scenes, the colors. It's really powerful and also very, very correct most of the time. Like, I can just put in a picture. I don't know how to define the picture. I don't know how the scene is. I don't know how to define the character in it, etc. I can just take the image, put it in ChatGPT 4, like take a screenshot or just drag and drop, and then ask it to define the image, character, background, etc. Just define the image. It breaks down every single thing of the image in very much highly detail, and it's almost always very correct. You can also use the feature of Midjourney to define like this / describe, and then you put in the image. That works wonders many times. You can then it will describe the image, and then you can maybe, like, after that I do two things. First route I take is, if I like the what description it has given, then I take the image that it has described as a reference image, and then use the description to generate the images, like run that generations while adding that reference image itself. Then I see which one gets the best result, and according to that, then I will mix and match my prompt and write how it has described things, and then maybe even I learn a few words, key terminologies to use to instruct Midjourney how to generate images. So that is really cool. Next point, you can relax the bot most of the time and save the fast hours when you need it more. Like, sometimes we just run experiments, or sometimes we just run 10-20 prompts just for the sake of experimenting. So that time you do not need to consume your fast hours. I generally consume my fast hours when I need them, when I know what I am doing. I generally consume my fast hours when I know what I'm doing, and not when I'm when I'm experimenting, but when I am randomly experimenting, that's when I do not consume my fast hours. For example, when I am mixing images, like, it does not has any guaranteed results whatsoever. So I just relax my bot and give it 10 generations of those images, and it does the job. I often switch to relaxed mode and fast mode daily. I switch between them. The faces and hands, etc. have been improved in the Midjourney, but it's not perfect yet. So yesterday I was trying to make my cousin go to a scene in Interstellar, kind of. Like, I just asked it to take my cousin to Miller's planet. So I used character reference to make his face as best as possible, because it was not getting, because he is not a public figure as of now, so it did not have any clue what to generate. So I gave it the CDEF. It generated a face which is pretty close, and the hairs were pretty close, the spectacles was pretty close, but then I had to use Insight Face Swap to get it better and get it like more realistic face of his. So that is something that I do have to use Insight Face Swap almost always. Also, many times if you use celebrity niche, if you are in a celebrity niche in YouTube thumbnail game, you do not often, sometimes it happens that the person you're trying to save is a public celebrity, and the face is banned from being saved and used as a later morphing. That's what it says. So I use Face Fusion is another one that has worked one time. Face Fusion is the one that has worked one time for me, but I don't know what happened. It stopped working. It just not generate any result anymore. I will try to uninstall it and then reinstall. Let me see what's happened. So Face Fusion I have used to face swap images, but it changes the eye. Insight Face Swap is the best in the market right now, of course. And the last, and of course, you need to bring everything together in Photoshop. Sometimes I will mix the parts of images of Midjourney, like if it has generated two images, I will mix a part in the in the head area, head space. I like one part, in the lower space I like another image, so I will mix and match with the masking in Photoshop, which often generates even much better results. So of course, and you also need to use generative fill many of the times. So yeah, generative fill requires another episode of its own, and this is, I think we have 20 minutes up, and this was YouTube Thumbnail Game, episode number 16, brought to you by CGRT Sounds. Thank you.